Today I'm going to analyze the poem Literary Evening Jamaica by Mervyn Morris. Literary Evening Jamaica by Mervyn Morris is a rich and thought-provoking poem that delves into the complexities of cultural identity, literary tradition, and the struggles faced by a poet in a post-colonial context. Through vivid imagery, contrasting tones, and social commentary, the poet invites reader to contemplate the clash between English and local poetry and the implication of such encounters. The poem opens with a description of the setting, a dusty, crumbling building that seems unsuitable for hosting a literary event. The imagery of a place fit for rats rather than poetry circles immediately sets the tone of decay and neglect. These decaying buildings serve as a metaphor for the remnant of colonial influence in Jamaica, suggesting that the cultural space for poetry is in disarray, needing repair and revitalization. The poet introduces the audience as culture fans scattered in the front rows, eagerly listening for English poetry. This portrayal suggests a lingering colonial mentality where the English literary tradition is seen as superior and hold a prominent place, while local voices remain neglected, relegated to the background. The distance between the audience and the poet creates a sense of separation and disconnection. The character Geoff and Enright, possibly are English poets and are the first to present their work. They read poem by Larkin beautifully, implying their mastery over English poetic tradition. Michael Saunders, acting as the host or mediators, interject between the poems. His disclaimer, "I don't say they are wonderful," suggesting a reluctance to overpraise the English poet, possibly signaling a desire to give equal attention to local voices. However, his statement also reflects a sense of reservation, perhaps due to the inherent cultural biases that still influence perception of literary merit. Saunders further explained that the English poets are anti-gestures and anti-flatulence, characteristics that emphasizes simplicity and honesty in their poetry. The use of gestures and flatulence could symbolize ornate language and pretentiousness, contrasting the English poet's reserved style with the more authentic and straightforward expression of emotion. The longer section of evening's program features poems by local undergraduates, and these local voices express their reality with passion and intensity, tackling themes of violence, rape, childbirth, and anti-slavery sentiment. The use of the term blurry and bloody with these strains convey the rawness and intensity of their emotions, unfiltered and unapologetic. The phrase "down with the lammy bastard, up the blacks" embodies the sentiment of defiance against colonial oppression. The use of the derogatory term "limmy" refers British people, emphasizing the lingering animosity towards the colonial past. The poem tone shifts to a heightened sense of urgency as the local poets demand an end to subjugation and tearing down of colonial imposition, symbolized by the painted tiger. The poem's juxtaposition between the English poet's reserved honesty and the local poet's brash and passionate expression highlights the cultural divide between the colonial past and the present-day Jamaican reality. The local poet works described noisy, brash, and self-conscious, signifying their eagerness to assert their identity and break free from imposed literary norms. The poet raises questions about the relevance of English poetry in the Jamaican context. The phrase "a pretty rotten choice to read as Larkin" conveys a sense of discomfort or misfit between the English poet's work and the Jamaican experience. The reference to Larkin as dull-mannered, scared, regressive Phil presents a critical evaluation of Larkin's style, portraying him as conservative and unprogressive. The phrase "saying no to everything" or "soon, not yet" suggests a caution and hesitant approach in Larkin's poetry, possibly reflecting a reluctance to confront societal issues head on. the local poets' fear of being considered born too crude in their expression exposes the pressure to conform to mainstream expectation and desire to be accepted in the broader literary world. The poet questioned appropriateness of imposing English literary standard as Jamaican poets and their works, especially in a context where the nation faces numerous challenges and seeks its unique identity. The Jamaican reality depicted as a place where the sun shines hot and love is plentiful, contrasts with the imagery of standing a naked nation and bracing ourselves for blows, symbolizing vulnerability and resilience. The poem call for a reflection of rejection of fearfulness and bland negotiation, urging a more authentic and courageous approach to poetry and expression. The phrase "What now if honesty should choose" highlight the importance of honesty in confronting the complexities of world's confusion. The poet suggests that Jamaica as a nation is still too young to be disillusioned, implying the need for hope, growth, and positive transformation. In conclusion, Literary Evening Jamaica by Mervyn is a poignant exploration of the clash between English and local poetry in a post colonial context. Through vivid imagery, contrasting tones, and social commentary, the poem delves into the struggle faced by local poets in finding their authentic voices and the implications of imposing colonial literary standard. It called for a celebration of diverse expression and a rejection of fear and conformity, urging the recognition of the unique Jamaican reality and the nation's ongoing journey towards self-discovery and resilience. Thank you.